Now we're
Okay. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is another scene for Hong Kong House of Cards. Today is August 23rd, I believe.
Yes.
Anyways, 2015. Um, Today we find ourselves in, fuck it for reasons, the brothel, more particularly Adam's Freehold, where he is speaking with the young Baroness and finding out more now that he has time and has broken bones and looks like shit. And we will begin there.
Sorry, I
So,
missed. Where are we at?
I started seeing in the Freehold.
Okay.
So yeah. So he's like sitting down, eating some food at the table, looking at the Baroness. So, explain to me again this drowning thing. Like, I don't get it.
The coldness came, and then they couldn't breathe, so they drowned.
Okay, so like you okay, we'll go with that. I've seen some pretty strange shit in the last couple days. Fuck it. It is what it is. So I'm thinking, dear Baroness, if you're all right with it, we're gonna go out, go to this thing called a club, so you can see firsthand the brown water and how it affects people. So you have a more accurate representation of the pictures and the brown water.
Okay.
I don't know. So, so he puts his fork down, puts his knife down from cutting the steak that he was eating, and kind of just stands up, walks over to her, offers her his hand.
And she'll take it.
Okay, cool. And he's going to walk her out of the freehold and down the stairs. And Chris, anytime you want to bring in the oh god, oh god, oh god.
uh, so inside uh the whorehouse down in the uh, down the bottom floor. Pretty much just sitting around reading a book is a Christian who's you redhead, but more to the point as far as the changelings are concerned, a black hole of banality.
Yeah, they're gonna get partway down the stairs, and then suddenly the Baroness is gonna stop when she sees Christian and start scrambling back up the stairs. She's just gonna be running back up these stairs.
Adam's just kind of looking after her. Where are you going? What
Away
is
from
wrong?
that!
That? He looks over. Oh, that. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. So he's kind of just like, so that's Christian. He's a guy. He's trying to stay safe from the same things we are. He's got a little odd way of doing it, but still, he's trying. Just don't go too near him. I told him as long as he stays on the other side of our room, for me, we're fine.
She's gonna very, very reluctantly poke her head round the top of the stairs. Then, I assume it being the brothel, it's relatively nicely decorated.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna guess that on one of the little side tables in the hallway near the top of the stairs, there'd be a nice vase of flowers.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
they're there.
she's gonna grab that.
Okay. Adam just kind
Dump,
of
dump the
walks in,
flowers out,
raising
and
an
hold
eyebrow.
the vase kind of cautiously as she makes her way back down the stairs.
Adam's just like, what are you doing?
Nothing.
I'm just letting you know, Baroness. And so you reach the bottom of the stairs.
He's going to be edging
that
round the
I
wall. He's going to be edging round the wall on the absolute far side of the room.
Okay. He's like, now, my little princess. He kind of claps his hands together and winces and holds his head. Fuck. Yeah, you.
Yeah, but she is going to correct him when he says princess. She's going to say baroness.
He's like, yeah, my little princess. It's kind of like My Little Pony, but not, So
she's just going to be confused about it.
So you realize that there are other people like that out there, right? In the world.
Why?
He's not. Why? I don't know. Because the coldness doesn't affect them the same way it affects us. Because our facials are what make the coldness affect us the way it does.
Yeah, she is currently looking at him like he is, I don't know, Godzilla. It's
Who, Chris or like, Christian or
Chris? Like he is an absolutely terrifying monster. And someone's going, he's just well, like the look that Ron gave Hagrid when he's like, Fluffy's awesome. It's just so cute. He's like a giant three-headed monster. Yeah.
He's just misunderstood.
That kind of a seriously look.
Adam actually looks at her and goes, yeah. I'll say this. I wouldn't vouch for him if I didn't feel that as much as he's a danger, he's safer with us than against us. I mean, it's not like I went through hell and damn near died with the guy.
Yeah, about at this point, Christian would actually look up from his, fold a quarter in the book and close it and look up.
And she's going to jump and water from the glass is going to splosh all over the floor when he looks at her.
Adam kind of waves. How's it going?
It's going. What's going on here?
Newbie. He kind of gestures to Pelagia.
Who does, honest to goodness, look like a terrified small child. And she is staring at you like you are the monster from under every bed ever.
He kind of looks at Christian and goes, tell you what, remember that conversation we had the other day? Yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah.
Maybe the day before. Yeah. She for the same reason, the rule of stay on the other side of the room for me applies to her.
Okay.
So, not that we're not friends. He holds up his hand, apologetically. Not that we're not friends. That's just too close a proximity and it's bad for me. So,
another one of Faye, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I run the supernatural hangout apartment here.
Probably.
It's just like everybody and their fucking mother comes in here and goes, "Oh, it's a fae. Oh, it's a vampire." I really need to declare this place a fucking safe haven, officially.
Well,
because the sword has enough power to back it up.
What sword?
The sword from... Oh, shit. Never mind.
Shush, she doesn't know about that.
Are you... never mind.
Does this have something to do with yesterday?
Yeah, you had a little bit to drink yesterday, and fucking. I
Alcohol
showed
doesn't
you
do
my
anything
armory.
for me.
No, this alcohol did. I'm telling you now. This alcohol totally did things for you. You can't. There are parts of it yesterday you can't fucking remember, right?
There are parts of yesterday that I don't remember.
Bingo. I have some pretty stout shit.
Unless, of course, I started drinking as soon as weirdness started happening.
Yeah, you did. You were like, I don't have the time for this shit. I don't have the patience. And you were like, fuck it, I'm going to have a drink. And I was like, I got some shit for you. So you drank, and it was awesome. So yeah, my personal stash, it's pretty fucking stout.
Right.
So yeah, hey, we're going to the club. Do you have a vehicle? Because fucking assholes stole my ride. Which, by the way, I have at this point called and reported to the HKPD that my vehicle is stolen.
Oh, man.
And
I
exploded.
mean,
Yeah.
Your car exploded?
No, sorry, that was an
Um,
out of character comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, Pelagia doesn't know that my car blew up. Yeah, Zhu does, but Pelagia has no clue.
Yeah. Yeah. So, car stolen.
So yeah.
Yeah, I've got a car. Not sure. Yeah, I got a car and I can drive.
Well, we're going to the club. Do you want to come?
Sure.
Okay. We'll just sit in the back in this vehicle because the rape train stops for us. So.
Yeah, Pelagia is just looking entirely confused by this conversation bit and is still keeping her eyes firmly on Christian in case he, I don't know, does something scary like stands up.
Adam kind of leads her out to the street and scoots her over about 5 feet from the base of the stairs to the building and waits patiently for Christian to get to his car.
Yeah, Christian will, come out of the building and, go over to his car and they'll unlock the doors for everyone. Get into the driver's seat.
Adam will load up into the back after holding the door for Pelagia.
Yeah, you're going to have to convince her to go that near to the car.
Yeah, he's kind of leading her to the car, opens the door, and gestures for her.
She's standing perfectly still. You're like tugging on one of her hands. The other hand's holding the ring. And she's just standing there.
Adam turns and kind of gets down on his haunches so he can look at her eye to eye, and he's like, "Are you coming?"
With that?
We're going to a much larger place where it does not have to be near you, if you do not want it to be.
But can we walk there?
No, the answer is no.
Do we have to get in that small space with that?
It's a car, and it gets you places quickly. It gets you to places efficiently.
She's still looking at the car like you're going to suddenly come running out and attack her.
So Adam looks at her. So, are we getting in? Are we going? Because I would like to go, and I would like to see you have this experience of dealing with the brown water. Well, not dealing with it yourself, because you're not drinking the brown water, but dealing with people who drink the brown water.
She's going to look very thoughtful. She's taking it very, very seriously, this decision.
He looks at her and he gives a really kind, caring smile. And it's not a smile so much as a half perk, and he's like, hey, and he kind of nods his head at her. Like this. Do you trust me? And he gestures to himself.
She's going to look at him, cock her head, look thoughtful for a moment, and then give a very small nod. Like, she
Okay.
kind of thinks she trusts you, but right now, with this whole thing going on, she's not entirely sure.
His smirk extends into a smile, and he kind of, pats her shoulder. He's like, okay, I'm not going to let anything happen to you. You remind me of someone. So therein, I'm going to do my best to protect you. That
Her
being
eyes are going to
said,
go to his sword. And then she's
he
going to,
looks down at the sword.
and then she's going to slowly put the vase down on the pavement.
His smile becomes that infectious, genuine, like, happiness smile. He goes, okay, now, just hold on 1 second. He grabs the vase, runs back up the stairs, goes in the door, sets it down, yells out in Cantonese. I can't remember. Does she speak Cantonese?
No.
Okay, cool. He yells out something that sounds like gibberish to her, comes out the door, closes the door, gets back on his haunches in front of her and goes, okay, so are you ready to go now, sweetheart?
She's going to nod in that do we have to, but I suppose we have to kind of way. And slowly walk towards the car.
Okay. So yeah, Adam will lead her into the car, and he'll let her get in first, because he's holding the door for her. And once she gets in, I'm assuming she is not buckling herself.
No, she doesn't know anything about cars.
Yeah. Adam is immediately going to reach over the seat and be like, okay, now this is for your safety. And he will pull down and across the seat belt, and yeah, he will buckle her in.
Her eyes are going to go really wide, but she's going to let him do it.
So that happens. He closes the door. What's up?
She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
First we're getting in a car with that thing, now we're tying ourselves to it. What the?
Yeah. So he goes through the other side, opens the door, and gets in, and buckles himself up. Simply, if for no other reason, he has common sense, and it probably would be the best thing to make her feel comfortable is to see that he himself is going to do it.
Yeah, especially since Christian is also buckled in,
Yeah.
which is more for the people outside of the vehicle's safety more than his own, because
Yeah.
I don't think a car wreck's going to hurt him any. Might hurt
I
other
don't
people
want to
when he
have to
slams
go. I don't want to have us have to go Wolverine though. Just saying.
Yeah, also,
Yeah.
we don't kind of want him to end up in a car accident, fly out the front windscreen, take out half a building, and raise all sorts of questions.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you have the vampire with adamantine slam into a building equivalent.
Something like that.
You know, once everyone's buckled in, he'll actually start the car and kind of glance into the rearview mirror back at Adam. So where are we headed?
X location. He gives the address to Kale's club. I've got to talk to Riker, and I've got to fucking find out what's going on financially with this and what he needs. Because I've agreed to some business deals with him, but I've got to get some stapled down solid plans first.
Okay. And he'll start to drive there at pretty much the exact speed limit.
Okay. Cool. Um, Takes about 15 minutes drive time. Is there anything anyone is doing in this drive time?
Mostly just watching Kristen. I'm looking out the window.
Um,
I'm generally looking like everything is terrifying and mildly amazing with the whole car thing, but mostly terrifying.
During that 15 minutes, Adam more or less is just going to be really quiet, like eerily quiet, and kind of just reach over and hold her hand and, pet it reassuringly, all of that good shit. That being said, what is Michael doing? Because you're actually, no, Riker, because you're next on the pictures on my end.
He's already at the club. Basically, I'm actually watching Bar Rescue and basically doing the club owner shtick on being a good host and all that, and making sure people get their right drinks, making sure the bartender does not serve Michael alcohol ever again.
No, that
Wait,
ends up
what?
bad for everybody. That ends up bad for everybody.
There was
Yes,
a
it does.
thing. There was a thing, and Riker may have red scorch marks still on his hand. May or may not
You've
be
healed
Michael.
that. That was long ago. I'm sure you're fine now.
Yeah, but there was a thing, and Riker is pretty much making sure that the bartenders only make him virgin Earl Grey tea.
Okay. I'm assuming Michael is at the club as well?
So not
Yeah.
just normal Earl Grey tea.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be there at the club.
Okay. Is there anything you guys are doing, or is just Michael just kind of chilling there going, I'm Michael and I like to drink tea at clubs?
Maybe if Riker had started a conversation about last night's shenanigans, he's probably hearing about that going, wait, you what?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
he's going to be telling you everything, almost everything, including the Baroness.
Oh, stupid! Oh, wait, what was this?
Yeah, there's a new girl in town. She's probably going to need your teaching expertise.
I assume this conversation is going on as they walk in.
Yeah.
Oh?
Well, I'm not sure. Will Adam and Felicia be walking in first, or will Christian be walking in first?
Probably as we get there, Adam's going to look at Christian and go ahead, dude, go ahead. We'll be in a second.
Oh yeah, Christian. Since I'm connected to the Weaver, it's really quiet in here. Yeah.
I wouldn't know why.
Yeah. Christian will enter the bar and pretty much straight beeline to the bar. He'll head right to the bar and sit down. Oh boy. Riker just tells the bartender, get him whatever he wants. I'm opening his tab and I'm paying for it. Just go with it.
You can sink that banality from 10 to 9. Make it a little more pleasant.
Yeah. If you infuse that shit with some glamour, holy fuck, that'll take him down to a 6.
Oh yeah. What do you think? What do you think Riker's going to be doing? He's going to be handing him the drinks.
Like I said, some glamour.
By the way, he just pokes Michael on the temple and negs the glamour.
There's no escape.
No, never.
Oh, boy. Now here we are again.
So Adam turns to Pelagia and kind of looks at her and goes, okay, so here's the deal. You're going to see some pretty weird and interesting stuff here. To explain away some shit, you are my charge. Okay?
In which manner? And how do you untie these ropes?
What?
Oh, the seatbelt, dude.
Oh. Oh, he says as he looks at you gesturing the seatbelt, and and he looks back at her. I'm just gonna say you're my daughter. It's gonna make shit a lot easier here, okay?
She's going to shrug. I thought you were supposed to be my bodyguard person.
Yeah. No, people here know me and know that I'm not a bodyguard. I'm more important than that. I am supposed to be your bodyguard for
I
us.
thought all the children needed bodyguards or something.
Parents. All the children need parents.
The ones without parents had bodyguards to make sure that they were looked after.
What? What the hell? What are you, hold on. What do you want about Little Mermaid?
scene so much.
OC, for William's clarification.
No, it feels organic. It feels organic. Let it go. Let it go. Just let it keep rolling. It feels so right. So Adam's like, what the hell are you on about, my Little Mermaid?
The gentleman, the Calathas, he said
Who?
that Calathas, the
Out of character, he would have given you his mortal name, Ed Riker as well.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, gotcha.
But you did tell her that your name was Calathas when you introduced yourself, so that's who she.
Yeah.
Right, and Adam's sitting there going, I've known this guy as Kale. I have no clue who the fuck you're talking about.
Ha 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 ha.
So
Wait,
yeah,
the
Adam's
guy
like,
that we could see you?
Kale! Okay, Kale. Yeah, that douche. Gotcha.
Hey!
Calathas said that children are not allowed to live on their own and must have bodyguards.
Right, parents.
And if they do not have parents, then they have to have the bodyguards to protect them and teach them and look after them because they're considered too small to go places by themselves.
Adam just kind of looks bewildered. He's like, yeah, we'll go with that. The problem is, we're going to a nightclub. Nightclubs are generally adult places. Now, that being said, generally adults, if they so wish. A.k.a. out of character, Wisconsin, you can take your child to a bar up to the age of 18. And they can drink.
This is Hong Kong, dude. Yeah, we're just going with the laws are different.
Yep.
Because there is a 13-year-old at the bar.
He's also a rural worker, so
Yeah.
I kind of figured he has like mind magic and just goes, "These are not the IDs you were looking for." Like,
Not quite
I'm
there
just
yet,
like,
but we
yeah.
can pretend.
that's kind of what I've always imagined Michael does to get into the fucking club. He's just like, "I am not the child you were looking for."
You want to get a drink.
Yeah, exactly. I hate to say it, but I've
Michael has
always
mind
imagined
magic.
Michael
He's not
the
to
Jedi.
Jedi level yet, but he's getting there.
No, I could do that one. That you want to drink. That's the one.
Oh god.
The bouncer actually knows Michael now, and now don't mess with Michael. Just let him come on through anyway, because
Yeah.
Riker told him.
The bouncer was going to stop him.
Yeah, like the bouncer could stop him. That being
Yeah.
said, Adam
anyway.
will get out of the... Yeah, Adam will look at her and go, just let me do the talking. It's going to be easier until we get in, at least. And don't. And he turns and looks back at her and points a finger at her. Don't run off. I don't. Bad things could happen. I don't want you to get hurt.
She's just gonna raise an eyebrow. Like, seriously? Like I know anywhere to run to?
Yeah. He's like, bad things could happen. I don't want you to get hurt, okay?
He's just gonna nod and then gesture to the seatbelt.
Yeah. So he pops the seatbelt off and kind of gets out and walks around the car and opens the door.
And she'll climb out.
And he'll offer her his hand. And he's being very gentlemanly and knightly about all this. And he will walk up to the bouncer, and the bouncer looks at him, looks at her,
He's a Gwitty.
looks at him.
Just gonna. He's a Gwitty, and
Oh,
so
it's actually a
he's just
changeling?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say he's a changeling Gwitty.
News to the ST would have been nice, but it's okay.
Sorry. Basically,
yeah.
he ushers you on through because he recognizes the sigil for House Fiona.
Yep. And Adam, still holding her hand, walks up to the bar, and grabs her by the hips and plops her up onto a bar stool.
Telling the bartender water, straight water for that one.
Yeah.
All she gets except if she asks for food.
Yeah, she will look a little bit miffed about him plonking her on the seat rather than letting her climb up herself. Other than that.
And just for an
Adam is going to order. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Just for an ST
No, go
note,
ahead. Mine is far less important.
Okay, just for an ST note, the drink that Christian got was charged with glamour.
Okay. Good to know.
Wilder's glamour
Giant douche.
Wilder's glamour pull is 4, so I'm good. Good. I just can't enchant anymore without getting in trouble, probably.
We'll pretend. Alrighty. So we have everybody at the bar.
And the bartender will come over and will be like, yes, sir. What may I order? Take your order today.
And he goes, okay, so I need a Sapporo, and bear in mind he's also responding in Cantonese. I need a Sapporo. I need 3 shots of Patron. Give me a Jack and Coke. And fuck it, give me a snake bite.
Michael will look over curiously down the bar at Adam and be like, rough day in Cantonese.
Adam looks over and Adam looks like shit. Adam looks like he only healed 3 of those lethal, so he's still sitting on 3 lethal. So he looks like he went through the ringer.
And because you can see, because you've been enchanted, you can see the fact that he's coming with a small girl that is covered in fish scales.
Yep. Welcome to Enchanted Land, bro.
Technically, Kale's musing is fostering trust, and Michael, as effectively, is acting as his streamer.
Oh.
But he will go, okay, that's special. Okay, the house special, gotcha.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and do what he normally does while you're reading off the beers and everything to him.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Water. He'll go water for your young friend. What'd you roll?
Prime site, 1 second.
Okay.
Um, hey, Chris, can you
Hi,
help me out
Marius.
here? 2 successes on Prime site. What kind of shitty-O's can I get again? Mage is not my strong suit. In
Oh,
case
but
anyone
it is
caught on.
mine.
Good! You can help me out here.
What do you need?
Prime site just entails, like, enchanted items on stuff, and if they're, like, things like that, right?
Oh, you can see magic, you can see Quint,
Right, okay.
you can see Gnosis, high fate reserves, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And
You could basically saw that any drink that is going to
No, I have a specific target because I'm not burning successes on the room. No.
okay,
okay.
what do you need?
The new person in the room that Michael doesn't know yet. So
Which one of them?
that would be the Baroness.
Pelagia!
Apparently she has.
Yes, sorry, I'm back.
Yeah. She has points of Quint in her.
Yeah.
You don't know why, because well, you see that her aura is bigger than regular
Well,
people.
she's also enchanted, so
I'm enchanted and I have changeling lore, so I can actually probably identify it for what it is.
Yep, you
Quint
can
with.
probably tell that she is a.
Yep.
Yeah, what type you don't know.
Yeah. That's
Because
beyond
you-
my means. Because
Yeah,
I change
like-
lore by outsiderdom.
Yeah, but
Even if you had decent changeling law, you'd probably still think she was a puka. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Sophie, but then again,
Any sort of
that's skills.
magical effects active or items that are magical in nature.
other than the fact that her clothes are chimerical in that they look different
Yeah.
in each version, but
Mhm.
other than that, no.
Okay. Cool.
She's wearing a sundress that is also in a different version, a more formal dress, kind of.
Nice.
And
Michael,
and
Kale will. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and the sundress looks slightly damp.
mhm.
That'll take a while, actually. We'll actually have to, like... He'll probably... Go ahead and give a perception alertness. Because I can't fast cast as part of my paradigm, so he'll probably be staring at you for about a good couple minutes.
Yeah, Riker will just.
Kind of creepy, I bet.
Yeah, Riker will just tell Michael that's the new girl.
Oh! The one you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Very, very not up to speed. Let's just put it that way.
Also, whilst she's appearance 3 normally,
Mhm.
I will just mention, seeing as you're enchanted, she is actually appearance 4 enchanted. Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Because
Well, hot
Merfolk.
shit. Yeah. Well, hot shit.
It's not as much as the Sealy have, but Merfolk have a +1 as well. So.
Yes.
yeah. And meanwhile, because you're enchanted, the big black banality bull crap that is me.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
it-
I'm
it-
well aware of that. I remember that.
Oh, the black hole just got smaller, by the way.
Well, if it's alcohol, I regenerate from alcohol and purge it out of my system as fast as a guru does.
Yes, but it doesn't change the fact that there was a glamour pushed into it and you accepted the drink and you drank it. Welcome to the dreaming, dude.
Yeah. You're effectively banality 6, and every change once William comes back, he will be like, you're going to get at least 3 from the changeling bartenders. So 2 more drinks and you're done. Unless
I didn't know
you
it stacked like that on knocking down
I
banality.
don't think it stacks, but the
Yeah.
cost. I mean, the length that it will last will probably boost,
Yes.
but not the amount that it produces. That being
Yeah.
said, is he actually enchanted now?
Yeah.
Yep.
So now
Basically-
suddenly everyone is looking very different to how they were before you.
Yeah.
Hi Christian, how are you? Hey, hi Christian, how are you?
The girl that was frightened now looks part fish. The guy that you live with now looks part lion. The
with a sword.
yeah.
The bar owner looks like a highborn. Yes, you. I'm just going to say this because you're of the Weaver. You will get that reference in character.
Yeah, I know, right? Especially since I have computers.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can catch a WoW reference once in a while.
No, every so often.
Yeah.
You basically he looks like his lower picture right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let's say that Jolie makes his way up to the bar and says hi to Michael and everyone that he sees.
Hi, Jolie. What you got getting, man?
Well, I finished getting my share. Thanks, by the way. But I'll have a shot of vodka.
Is that your normal amount, or you're just wanting one at the moment?
I just want one at the moment. He looks
Okay.
strange. What
Uh,
are you?
he
Takes it back.
goes. The reason why I asked that I've known you to actually belt them back if you had a bad day. So yeah, he just goes over and gives you the shot of vodka.
Okay. He's unsure of this predicament, but whatever.
After a few moments, a well-dressed man in a blue suit will enter carrying a briefcase, and he'll just settle on up to the bar and ask for a rum, please.
Would you like the bottle, sir, or are we talking shots or just a glass?
When in rum, please make it a bowl.
He
Adam looks over
goes.
at the very familiar voice, Mr. Crispin.
And
Hello, sir.
Plagia will give him a wave.
Hello, miss. And his eyebrows gonna raise up just for a moment.
He looks at
And
Mr. Crispin and looks at the glass in front of Pelagia. It's water.
It's water. It's straight water. The bartenders are not that stupid.
Oh, your
just
car,
his,
Adam?
Wait, what?
Your car wasn't stolen.
What? Why?
I now know why my clothes were destroyed.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, Mr. Crispin, by the way,
Just put the one finger to his lips and say shh.
Adam looks at almost 2 hours.
your car was stolen, sir?
Yeah, Adam looks at Mr. Crispin. Yes. Yeah, my car got stolen, and I don't know where it is right now.
Please excuse me. Would it be alright if I joined you?
Sure.
You seem as if you might need some legal help.
Yeah, legal help for a stolen car would be nice.
So, and would you mind if I take some notes?
By all means.
And he'll take out a notebook and a pen. So, my first priority is, of course, are you all right, sir?
Yeah, no, I'm totally okay. I'm alright. I didn't know it was stolen until this morning.
Yeah, he looks completely battered up though.
Yeah, he looks like he got beat up.
Uh,
Right back.
I'm sorry, sir. I, I. Please tell me what happened.
Um,
You look like you've been through 12 rounds with Muhammad Ali in his prime.
I I I told you, the girl here doesn't work for me. Obviously, she got brought to me. You were there, but we went out for a walk, and he's looking Crispin in the eyes at this point. We went out for a walk, and some guys they tried to like take her, and the huge black market people trade, in Hong Kong, which out of character is a notable thing,
Yep.
or at least was at one point.
Yep.
And he looks at Mr. Crispin. They tried to Shanghai her, and I had to fight them, and you think I look bad? You should see the other guys.
I'm just glad you're all okay. And naturally, being a astute lawyer, he's going to be searching you quite professionally.
Mhm.
I won't roll it unless you want me to, but he he he's searching. He needs to know this stuff.
I think
Well,
we should probably roll.
yeah, it's either we roll or we go, hey, they naturally lie, so it comes out.
So it's so so you want me to roll?
Yeah.
Hold on one second.
All right. Just a moment then. Just get myself set up. 3,
Meanwhile,
4.
Nadia will be sniffing her glass of water before tasting some.
Give me one moment.
It is
It's
cold
actually
water.
mineral water. They weren't with salt in it.
Nice.
It's the good stuff.
Good
Yeah.
tangible.
Let me pull up my
So
bookmarks. Give
so
me a second.
so that's 2 if my speciality counts.
Could it be because of WW? Yeah.
Will, how many dice do you need?
That's what I'm pulling up.
I disagree. I said I disagree. Has nothing
Uh,
to do with the back in school.
charisma, subterfuge.
Manipulation subterfuge. Lying's always manipulation.
I can keep
Gotcha.
my score up in the corner, and I'll roll yours if you like.
I need
If you want
3
to, I was
dice.
just going to roll them.
Okay.
I need 3 dice, and I am incapable of botching.
Okay, it's a
But you could do that.
it's a fail unless the 3 is a success.
No, the 3 is not a success. This is standard.
Okay.
So yeah, Adam is. How many successes did you get?
2.
2.
Adam's lying. It looks like he was in a fight, but it probably wasn't over the girl. Because he looks battered head to toe.
Okay.
Considering she's got bare arms, if they were trying to hijack her, they'd probably have left bruises on them.
Right job history.
Yeah.
Same place for 4 years.
The
So
the
I was sad.
I'm sorry, sir. If I'm to be your attorney, we need to really work on our trust.
Okay. You want the truth? Here. Have a drink, Mr. Crispin, since you're already at a bar.
Oh
I'm
no!
I'm gonna
No!
spend my 1 point of glamour I gained from sleeping in my freehold.
Hey,
I'm gonna spend it. Yeah.
Will, I already had a drink with glamour.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he's already well
And
aware.
yeah,
Have. Roger
you
hasn't.
basically grab the rum bottle that the bartender brings to the bar.
Clear?
Yeah. He's like.
He's not going to get a job unless he drops WW.
He's like. This man needs a drink because we're about to talk about some heavy shit.
Oh, okay, I'll make this a double, and brings
Um,
him to another rum bottle.
in all fairness, especially given what happened yesterday, I'm gonna attempt to do a perception alertness just to make sure no one slips something into my drink or something.
Okay.
Okay.
All the
Oh,
the crazy stuff.
All the
oh,
crazy because it's glamour and you're human. You can't see glamour.
I know.
I can.
He's still gonna.
Michael will
okay.
just shake his head a little bit and just go back to his tea. He knows what's
Pelagius
going on.
has on a part of his shoulder that looks slightly less damaged.
Oh, how cute! It's the baby human thinks he's going to see glamour.
No,
I know it's he's a little scary at the moment. So that's,
There's nothing in the bottles except for rum
yeah,
that you can tell.
yeah.
Well, it's an alertness roll, not a awareness. So
Yeah.
yeah, I did that. I got like 3 successes with it.
You're good. It looks like a normal bottle. It's behind a bar.
So
Well,
we
it's
just
on the bar now, so y'all can drink it. He actually asked for a bottle, and he was going to slam it.
Fair enough.
bottle. I'm sorry, you said bottle. I thought you said bowl. Like
No, a bottle. Like
Okay.
Well, there's 2 bottles, bottles and some shot glasses over where y'all are at.
That's a lot of rum.
Yep.
He'll open his rum bottle and take a sip.
Okay.
I'm playing my flaw, which is I have an addiction to alcohol.
All the changelings are going to love you.
He's going to hate himself.
All the
The
enchantment.
question is, which bottle did you pick up? One of them has glamour and one of them does not. In the meantime, Pelagia's going to tap Adam on the shoulder.
Adam looks over.
Looking for a part of the shoulder that is less injured than the other part.
GFL. They're both bruised.
Yeah. She's going to tap him on the shoulder, and then she's going to point at Michael and go, do people normally stare at you?
Me? At me? He kind of raises an eyebrow and looks over at Michael.
She shrugs. He was staring at me, but, I mean, staring in general. Is that normal here?
Adam kind of smiles and looks back at Pelagia and simply says, "It's because you're just so pretty."
No selling and no need.
Yes, we go with this. We approve of this.
And Michael at this suggestion is like, he's not going to say anything because there's no way swimming out of that sinkhole.
You're 13 male, and
He's going to take another sip and shake his head again, and
Adam looks over.
and then take another drink from her salt water.
Yeah.
Like,
Adam,
oh, okay.
Adam kind of leans in to Pelagia as Michael's shaking his head. See, he can't deny it. He just thinks you're so pretty.
Fuck you so much.
You do realize I can make that happen, right? But I'm just not doing it because I'm trying to be nice for once. Ari, happy birthday!
Hello.
Everybody's at Kale's bar.
Mhm.
Hi, Ari.
So it's always been.
Hey, bud.
Everyone's at Carl's bar. Everyone is enchanted, except for Jolie and maybe Roger. We don't know which rum bottle he picked up yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can answer this real quick.
I'll just roll a fate die. Then okay?
Sounds good.
If it's
okay,
if
good because mine was indecisive.
if it's a plus, I'm what the heck? If it's a plus, I'm enchanted. If it's a minus, I'm not.
Okay, next one.
I'm not.
Okay.
The wrong rum bottle.
Let me finish
this
setting
is
up my
good
overlay.
stuff.
One moment.
So he'll put the lid back on, just sort of set it down in reach of his hand. So
Pelagia is going to look curiously at the fact that they keep trying to give him glamour-infused drinks. And then she's going to reach over and pick up the rum bottle that is not glamour-infused. And as she does so,
no,
she's going to put
no.
glamour into it.
actually, when you try, he keeps the rum bottle out of your hands. Sorry.
That doesn't mean that it's not within reach of Adam. Hint.
Guys,
Oh wait, he
I
doesn't have that many glamour. Never mind.
I can't
Okay.
like show you. I can't like show you exactly, but it's within. Like all he has to do is go like this, and he can take it. It's a very short action, and there's no way he's gonna let an 8-year-old kid.
She wasn't going to drink from it. She was going to pick it up, infuse it with glamour, and assume that you'd take it off her.
Yeah,
But seeing
no.
Um,
that he wouldn't let her grab it in order to infuse it with glamour in the
Not
first
gonna let
place.
an 8-year-old take his rum.
guys,
Yeah,
She's an
guys,
8-year-old.
no. This is all
guys.
fine. What I was going to say is, seeing as he's not going to let her infuse that rum with glamour, she's just going to rethink, reach for the bottle of rum that is full of glamour, and let him take that
Oh,
one.
she's double drafting the thing. Oh dear lord.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Presumably, that means he's going to take the bottle of rum away
Strength.
from her.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
go
as
away.
he touches it, he's going to end up with the glamour and get enchanted. At which point, she's suddenly going to look part fish.
Jesus Christ.
She's just going to
Good.
sit back down again.
Good. Everyone that's not changeling is now my dreamer.
No, really.
No.
except for the two that's that's equation.
Yeah, and it's at about this time that Izumi walks in.
Jesus Christ. And Iron will or not, I think it's completely fair that he would have this kind of reaction.
Yep, because she looks like she's part fish and has a few scales kind of on her upper half, but her legs are completely covered in scales. And Adam looks like he's turned into the beast person.
Actually, guys,
Oh.
how would we determine whether or not the inner magic mechanism kicks into Roger at this point?
Hey,
ST?
Ari. Hold on.
Yes.
We have the HSP here. Hey, Ari. The potential the human just got a infusion shot of glamour.
I've got his awakening planned,
Okay.
but this will certainly help kick it off in a follow-up scene.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh boy.
Hey,
Do we have a baby mage? Do we have a baby mage? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yes.
hey,
What the-
Ari, I've got.
What the fuck? Hey, what the fuck is going on?
Oh
here?
yeah,
What are you-
and Christian looks like a giant black hole.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, people are asking for my attention. Yes, Christian?
Are y'all having the coma after you're no longer enchanted? If you're supernatural?
No coma, but you do lose the memories.
Oh, good. I didn't want to deal with a 1-year-long coma.
Also,
I have
Chris,
never
also,
seen that 1 year long
That's
coma
only
rule.
if you have if you go chimerical death, I think it is. So that's not really.
It also
applicable to you.
states if when the enchanting ends on a normally unenchanted mortal. So
That's stupid.
and you
Oh,
guys,
Lord.
I don't think you guys. Mr. Drone is here.
yeah,
He's banality 10.
I'm also enchanted.
So you're banality 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you start taking some pretty heavy drugs to drop your banality down to 8, those changelings are not going to want to be anywhere near you.
Oh yeah, she's already
Adam?
freaked out, run away, been forced to, and convinced to get in the car with him, and considered throwing a vase at him more than once. So
Yeah.
I will point this out. Adam is House Fiona, 1. 2, this guy and Adam have been through some shit recently together.
Yeah,
So.
it's mostly a matter of you guys are if you guys spend more than about an hour within about 10, 20 feet from him, you're gonna start getting temp banality. I'm
Yeah.
being crazy. I'm being on the crazy nice end of this.
yeah,
If only
Right.
because you guys have to hang out with a fuck ton of banality 8 vampires.
yeah.
But then he
Otherwise,
decides to make a drone. So
Yeah. Technically, I've been drinking alcohol and I'm enchanted. So.
alcohol's not heavy enough. You need to start doing LSD.
Well, we can fix this.
Oh. Actually, I take that back. Can I have an see if there's a stripper with LSD in the club?
Okay.
No.
What kind of neighborhood is the club in?
It's the night market.
Okay. If any of these are pluses, then there is somebody doing drugs in this club. Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
You
man,
are
that
the
sucks.
straight-laced. You're in the most straight-laced club ever.
no, it's just that there's a rumor going around that you're going to get busted tonight, so they've all left their drugs at home.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
doing
damn.
a check up and down the street.
Damn. Okay. Oh, lovely.
Jesus fuck. And he just he's like Roger's like backing up, but he's also preparing to fight if need be. It's actually kind of funny because he's not really built like a fighter, but he's willing to fight. Iron will.
The bouncer notices your behavior and he comes over to you and asks, "Sir, are you okay?"
Fuck off.
And
Fuck off, boy.
oh shit! I forgot the bouncer's a she.
Fuck off.
Fuck.
Are you?
So yeah,
Fuck.
it's a very pretty bouncer, and at that point he backs into Azumi, who puts a hand on his shoulder and says, "I suggest you don't start anything."
What the fuck? And Roger just slowly starts to back out of the club. And it's just like, oh my fucking god. And
He'll lean over to Adam. It's like, I hope you know him pretty well. Are you sure he's going to be all right?
That's Adam's lawyer.
Oh dear.
Izumi rolls her.
I'm not the one that did it, so I'm assuming it was either the little girl or him.
Yeah, Izumi's going to roll her eyes and is going to put a hand on his shoulder because she just walked in here. You're trying to back out of the club. She's in your way.
well, naturally, he's not gonna trample on her. He's gonna sidestep and he's gonna like GTFO.
She's grabbing his shoulder. He's going to have to fight at that point because she's hearing stuff and reacting at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna like.
And she does look like a normal person.
She looks normal.
Just a little bit colorful, but a little bit gray, dull colorful.
Actually, she's banality 6, so.
Adam
Pretty
kind of
average.
sighs at this point, seeing all the chaos ensue, and kind of stands up and walks over. Mr. Crispin.
Yes.
Roger looks determined now, and he just, I'm just going to roll a charisma intimidate. That's 3 dice for me.
Okay.
Who are you rolling it against?
Just.
He's trying to be big and scary, so we'll leave him alone.
Right. Adam just walked up and was like, Mr. Crispin.
Yes, Adam?
Crispin, not Christian.
Oh, Crispin. Okay. Yeah, it sounded like Crispin. Okay. Got it.
So, and there's 3 successes. So, essentially, he says very politely, I don't know what's just happened to me. Please let me leave.
Adam
Otherwise,
looks at you unaffected and goes, Mr. Crispin, I believe we need to talk.
Yeah, reduce difficulty
what I was
for me
trying to
because
tell you.
Daredevil.
this will count.
Sir?
This
Sir?
is as unlawful confinement. Let me leave.
Mr.
Sir?
Crispin, I need to talk to you. You wanted the truth. I'm trying to give it to you. Now, if you could come with me, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to be nice about all this.
And given your state, we can't allow you to leave just yet. I don't want to hurt you, sir, but I will if I have to.
Adam looks at her. Please don't. He's my attorney.
Oh, I'll make sure. I'll make sure he remains your attorney.
I like him intact.
I won't break any bones.
Michael just kind of glanced down the other people at the bar and just as if, like, just look at.
Stay where you are.
Record.
Stay where you are. Don't intervene.
So, Mr. Crispin, can I buy you a drink at this point?
No.
I promise
No,
you
I
nothing.
don't want anything.
He's got
Okay.
2 bottles
I
of the
promise.
brown stuff already.
Actually, just a second, guys. I'm sorry. I have to. I have to actually roll my willpower at this point because alcohol.
Yeah.
Mr. Crispin, you assume I have some sort of nefarious plan here.
This all seems very nefarious to me.
Well, are you willing to at least have a conversation calmly? I'll take a drink out of the drink just to show you it's not poisoned or anything.
Conversation, certainly.
Okay.
I'm actually, I guess with this many successes, can I Or do you want me to roll another one to have him sort of regain his composure?
With that, you can regain your composure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Adam's like, if you'll
in
come with me, miss.
in
And he
a
gestures back towards the bar.
in an almost amazing show of reversal, he just kind of goes, all right.
Izumi takes her hand off his shoulder, though she's ready to chase him if he bolts.
What I'm hearing is ready in action should he leave to grab him.
No, ready in action should he leave to go Yang Prana, go in front of him, and then Dragon Tail sweep.
Nice. Okay. So Adam gestures Mr. Crispin to those names are super similar. Fuck. He gestures Mr. Crispin towards the bar and pats a bar stool besides where he was sitting.
And Pelagia's gonna look at both of them and then whisper in Adam's ear, "Why did you keep wanting to give him glamour when he's going to freak out?"
Adam kind of leans over. I didn't expect him to freak out, one, and two, it's the only way to protect the Accord of Ignorance and the Ashita.
She's just gonna shrug.
Honest.
She's gonna shrug, pick up her glass of water, wander over and plunk down opposite Michael. Because
So
I'm bored of sitting over here.
Michael, you have a friend.
Izumi is going to look at Adam and say, I wasn't aware that we were telling any of the mortals of this.
Adam looks at her and kind of shakes his head. He'll forget.
All right.
Adam looks at Mr. Crispin at this and notes, this is all going to seem like just one bad dream to you, Mr. Crispin, after 24 hours. You will forget everything. This conversation will never have happened, and this conversation protects not only me, but yourself and my people. That being said, Mr. Crispin, I was in a fight last night. That part is true. Not over the girl. However, I am protecting the girl. She will not be taken by force or otherwise because I will teleport her to wherever I feel I have to. Now, that being said,
Is it still your intention to go through the system to adopt her?
no. My intention to go through the system is yes, because she must be protected. She is someone of higher station than myself.
Could someone please
And she is
my
alone
note,
right now.
my notebook and my pen, please?
Riker will.
Adam looks at
They'll
Crispin.
probably bump into each other trying to do it and go, oh, well, you
Yeah.
get it and I'll get the notebook.
Sure.
Adam looks at Crispin. I really hope, for both our sakes, that you do not note anything about the and he throws up finger flying quotations, crazy shit that you're seeing or we're discussing. Make it very professional. Make it something that doesn't make you look insane in the morning when you wake up. Because
He's
Adam,
writing this down. He's going to remember.
If you would, okay, just a second. I've got something that will clear this right up. Can I please get someone or anyone who is within eye shot of him writing to roll a perception alertness, I guess, for seeing things?
Perk alert.
Yeah. Okay, everyone please roll that.
Meanwhile, Pelagia
no.
is going to be looking at Michael's cup of tea, looking curious, looking up at Michael and going, "Why do they give you the brown water? You don't look much bigger than me."
It's tea. Tea. He's one of my more unusual customers.
It's brown.
So everyone within eyeshot, and I'm sorry.
How do I?
Do you, how many dice can I roll for you there, Will? Okay, well
Well,
For,
it looks like Will's disconnected slightly.
Give me one
There it
moment.
is.
Oh, there he is.
so for anyone who's in eye shot of the bar where he's writing this, it's done in a very professional hand, and it is solely pertaining to legal matters.
All right.
4 dice.
Yeah,
Darn, I had a awesome line if you were going to be trying to write this stuff down from Izumi. I'm just going to tell you guys out of character. Izumi was going to grab your hand and say, I made a promise not to break any bones. I didn't say anything about teeth. I rolled for him, Marcus.
Oh, that would have been funny as shit.
Okay.
So, yeah, Adam looks at you and smiles and nods. Mr. Griffin, I do apologize that things came down to this. To explain to you, no legal action needs to be taken about the vehicle. It was blown up by a group of werewolves.
Werewolf.
hold on.
Yes, werewolves. You know, rah, 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 angry rage machines. They go from man to wolf, like, huge, rah, and he kind of pantomimes, if you will, like, trying to go from Hamid to Krynos. Rah, rah, rah. And, you know, they get angry and they want to eat your face off. Yeah, those guys.
Riker understands what you're writing, Marcus. Well, Roger's writing. Law 3, Intelligence 2.
It's all entirely based on legal things.
So it's all mortal, mundane, legal, take out all
Yeah.
supernatural.
At which point, Michael will completely ignore that conversation.
Especially since the notebook is now Banality 8. It's loaded up with legalese.
Oh God! The notebook just became a black hole. I'm going
Not a black hole
over
yet.
to where I saved.
No, it's Banality 8. It's about as banal as your average vampire.
And
Yeah.
it's still not as banal as Christian.
Yeah.
Yep, still
Yeah.
not as banal as me.
Adam
Maybe
looked
Christian
at
or LSD.
Are we going to call this the Christian scale of banality? If it's
Yes.
Yeah.
one Christian, then it's okay. But if it's one Christian, then you're in trouble.
Yes.
By the way, the wall is 1.5 Christians, so...
Oh no!
Oh God!
So
And
the scale.
Bill was near it.
Adam looks at Roger and is like, you have to understand, Mr. Crispin, there are certain things about my life that I cannot discuss with you or most dreamers.
I'll come back to that dreamer thing. That's very interesting. And yeah, I just like to point out that like from going to like 100%, oh fuck, this guy is exuding calm and cool as a cucumber, and in comparison to just a couple of minutes ago. I'll come back to that dreamer thing, but I'm gauging there's some kind of a rank structure involved. However, in the mundane, cars don't blow up by themselves. Or
The
not.
gas tank
not-
was shot with
not-
electricity, Mr. Crispin. What I can only assume was electricity. I don't know
Well-
what it was. I know it was a power source, and I know it fried my fucking arm. And he actually raises his left arm and shows that there are some scorch marks on it that look like he
actually,
got into a welder accident.
All
Chris-
the The
Marcus.
ag that you took from the Raiden unit was healed by Mother's Touch, if you remember. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
So
Mother's
there's no
touch
burns.
Mother's touch leaves scars.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Marcus, do you have
Yeah.
any medicine?
He'd
Do-
probably have like medicine 1 if he, depending on what cases he takes.
Sorry, I just have to. Medicine. No, I don't.
Okay, so you have no idea where that scar came from.
I couldn't even fathom, sir. However,
It looks burned.
yeah. But what I was going to do is try to roll an intelligence law to formulate a strategy to allow to allow my client, Mr. Copeland, to get his insurance without drawing the attention of the police.
Okay, roll that beam footage.
Yeah.
In the words of me, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Mm-hmm.
Have you
Just
seen
a
the
moment.
black ones?
Four for that. So that's
Yeah. So, Joey tells Michael, yeah, leave the adults with the boring shit. Him being 18, by the way.
Well, it's all business
Nobody actually asks why there's what looks like a dude that's 19 years old running the bar, owning a bar.
And
Because he's an adult.
In Hong Kong.
he's allowed
Yeah,
18-year-olds, and he's allowed 2 kids in this bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
I have
Drinking age is actually 18, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Drinking age in Hong Kong is 18.
Yep.
I have to.
Which is why I'm not drinking alcohol.
So 19 would be perfectly allowed.
In fact, if it's like laws in the States, a little under the drinking age, you can still serve alcohol so long as you do not partake.
Depends on the state.
Yep.
So
In Colorado, you can't, and that was the state I was in.
Kentucky, you can't either.
18, so
Weird. We just have 18 for serving, drinking,
Yep.
buying, selling, everything to
You have
alcohol.
18 for serving and 21 for partaking.
Weird.
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah. Kentucky is 21 in a day to serve.
if
Stupid.
But
I
anyway,
know.
now if my specialization in sorry, just a moment.
I'll
In
be right back.
legislation comes into play, that's like 3 successes. Otherwise, it's 2.
Well, Adam's going to give a brief overview to Crispin about the shit that happened.
Well, he's formulating a legal strategy because you're not going to want the police getting interested in this. So you go ahead, but he's going to be doing his magic to make things
his
go away.
legal magic.
Yeah, legal magic.
Yeah.
Mathemagical.
Mathemagical.
Mathematical.
James?
So yes, that's 3 successes if my speciality in legislation counts.
Cool.
Ari, that's your
Otherwise,
call.
Doesn't really matter. 2 should be enough.
Okay.
Uh,
I think we can get you your insurance.
I mean,
Fortunately, there's a lot of gang activity in Hong Kong, so if we can pass it off as a Molotov or something, then or someone sticking a towel in your gas tank and lighting it or something.
we could just say it was the Triad. Because I refused to pay those fuckers protection money.
I don't know if you want to bring the Triad in on this.
Okay,
Let's
we could
just
always
keep
say
it
it's
simple.
the 18K.
Let's just keep it simple. So that's that done. So you were mentioning dreamers.
Yes, dreamers. Yeah. A court of ignorance, you guys can never know about us. Long story short.
Ah. That explains the attempt to induce what I can only perceive as magical amnesia.
It's the mist. It'll wear off, and all this, like I said, will be but a bad dream to you.
We are going to have a very interesting relationship.
To say the least, Mr. Crispin. To say the least. But, that being said, the girl. I believe it is in the best interest of my people for you to push this paperwork through.
I'm gonna do another legal intelligence thing. Given the importance of the issue, I'm using a willpower point.
Or at least the importance of the issue to your client.
I don't see a problem, sir. In fact, if we handled it through, and he shoots off, a couple of, international legal terms involving the safety of children. If we handled it through this, I don't think there would be very much of an issue with it. I'll send it into the registers as soon as I get back to the office. And I'll just give it to you. When it comes to the law, this guy really knows his shit. Like they would need a very, very good state's attorney to unravel this.
Out of interest, what name does he put on the forms?
Actually, as he goes through it one more time to make sure he gets everything, out of the interest of appearances, what name would you like me to put on here, sir, miss? And he actually looks at at Adam and the mermaid.
Adam looks at him and smiles. Andrew Cope should be fine. Also, we need to make the prior legal entanglement of New York disappear.
This one is going to. I was doing some thinking about that, and let me just see.
Mr. Crispin, I'm going to be blunt with you now that I can, now that you understand the severity of the situation. Should I go back to New York, I will enter an endless sleep that I cannot awake from. I will die.
Okay. Night.
Hold the phone. Just a moment.
Adam reaches into his pocket and pulls out his phone and kind of just dangles it right there.
It was an expression, sir, but very, very amusing. If my legislation counts, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. In order to not only ensure that his name is cleared, even if it is posthumously, but he also cites that under the international law, if this were to continue and he were to go back, he would quite possibly face inhuman treatment. So yeah, that thing in New York, if this all counts, it's not a thing anymore.
Adam kind of nods at this. Good. I'm glad this is taken care of.
I'll as I said, I'll get it through the proper channels, but you shouldn't have an issue any further. Well, and he looks kind of tired, a little, although not unfriendly. Will there be anything else, Mr. Copeland?
This new HongKong.
No, I believe that pretty much sums up all the legal things that I had to talk to you about that I couldn't previously talk to you about.
Yes. Would you like to have me as your private attorney, or how would you prefer? Would you like to continue going through the firm, or what?
We're building an exercise in trust here, Mr. Crispin. I believe holding you on as a personal retainer for the business and personal matters, it would be best.
If you wouldn't mind, please sign this contract. It'll make things final.
Very well. Adam will take the time to read over the contract, and then upon reading it, if there's nothing sketch in it and it's all on the up and up, he'll sign it.
Well, I'm just gonna say if you'll let me, he made it himself, so it's an extremely fair contract. It also sort of provides him a little bit of
It's not a
security.
contract that makes it so that you owe him your soul or anything.
Oh, good Goodness gracious, no. No. Um, it's um, it's actually really quite reasonable, and it also gives him a little bit more leeway with the partners in Hong Kong, because as your private attorney, you're essentially my primary case until either you release me or I get called away back to Canada or something. It's a it's it's not an unreasonable sort of a thing. It's and the cost is about what you would expect from a very skilled attorney.
So I hope you have money, but I don't think that'll be
Yep.
a problem for Adam.
Adam has resources, no issue.
Yeah, that, he's got that shit.
So yeah, Adam will take this time to read over the contract. I will be back.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sounds like
Does,
Go
that
on,
make
Flavio,
you-
first.
yeah. He turns to Michael and says, "The adults are handling it. Told you, we don't need to get involved."
I wasn't planning on getting involved. I'm clearly helping someone right now. I just,
Yeah.
The Baroness
little
is just going to
worried
glare
that-
at me.
I'm a little worried that it was about to get out of hand. Is it wise to? And he'll just kind of glance.
When when you're protecting laws like ours of keeping secrecy, it's when it comes to like somebody of the legal system, it's better to just basically own up to it, and so it actually protects those laws and laws, because those kinds of people will blast through everything.
Izumi looks over at Roger and says, I highly recommend you don't drive in your current state.
Yeah.
I'll escort you home when you're done here.
I'm fine to walk, but thanks.
No, trust me, you're not fine to walk.
It's also he turns to Crispin. It's a responsibility issue with us. There have been complications with others of our society that are not in the know about this. That have gone out into the general public and freaked out badly.
And also, the fact is, I've never had it happen to me myself, but I've heard that a lot of the weird stuff you're seeing now can actually hurt you.
Oh yeah.
So having someone who's actually going with you is probably a good idea.
Also, the added imagination makes you more like a fry, and your people seem to consider people fry for a very long time. And if I need to have a bodyguard to walk around, then you should have one as well.
The logic of children. I
It
gotta
all
love
made
it.
perfect sense to her.
What
Logic
I
of
missed?
children.
Sorry. Check
Yeah.
myself. What?
May I inquire? Will I've always wanted to take a pedicab.
There's a couple in town. I still suggest you have someone with you.
As this is Asia. There are such things as he lowers his voice. There are such things as dragons.
Oh, so that when it
Yeah.
And there are things like him, and you're pointing Christian.
Yeah. Christian, the bartender passes your drink and made it double.
And
Which was kind
Izumi,
of to be expected.
Izumi also grins at Roger, and she's going to spend 2 demon chi, and she's now got a giant maw of teeth, and says, "And I'm one of the hopping undead."
You're not.
Oh god.
And,
Can we,
and just,
can we not just...
Iron Will. Iron Will. I'm invoking Iron Will. He just looks at you amazingly calmly. And he says, well, isn't that a thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're not hopping.
What's that? What's that?
Oh, give me a moment to finish my beer, and then I'll hop for you.
Wow. Okay. He turns to Jolie. How's that younger one doing?
Still in his training.
Okay.
So, let me get this straight. Most of you, and who also includes the bartender, are changelings.
Yep.
You, um, you apparently are a demon, and
Try again.
well, I'm sorry,
She is. How do I word this without making it sound very, very awkward?
I
lamp
went to hell and clawed my way back out.
Oni.
She's a
Most
lamp
people
power.
would consider that being a demon, no offense.
Except that I was alive before.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, an Oni of some kind?
Nope. Jiangxi. If he knows anything about Chinese mythology, he'll know what that word means.
But that depends what his occult is.
If he has an occult, an academics, or anything like that at 1, he'll know what that word means.
Yeah.
I'll assume with the Cold War, even though my out-of-character ignorance is probably going to show that my character would understand the concept.
Yeah, the Jiangxi or Chinese hopping vampires.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it's
Goodness gracious.
I'll probably understand simply because I have academics.
Yeah.
A vampire.
it's close enough. There are vampires the way the Westerners talk about them too, but we're not related to them.
The Baroness is going to walk over.
No, I didn't think so, but, oh my goodness.
The Baroness is
Oh
going
my.
to walk over and stand facing Izumi and very seriously say, if you try eating any raw quail, then we are going to have problems.
Oh god.
And Izumi's going to look right back down at her and say, I've given my word to the Bodhisattva, I'm not eating any of yours.
No, the raw quail.
The who?
The raw quail. Your kind don't seem to be able to tell them apart from whales.
Well, we don't eat whales, we eat people.
That's okay.
Oh.
Your reaction. That's okay then. Walks back to sit back down again.
Roger just raises his eyebrow.
Yeah.
So,
Points over to Michael. Gestures over to Michael. He's a mage.
really?
He's keeping his voice down. The black hole at the end. The black hole at the end of the bar. I have no idea how to describe him besides being a black hole.
And yes, now that you're enchanted, it's like all the color and life is just eaten in the room right next to him.
His coldness and death and drowning.
Yeah, he is death incarnate, and none of the changelings want to be within 10 feet of the guy.
No, that's actually what she said. He is coldness and death and drowning.
Yeah.
Riker, you just been sending human bartenders over to Christian the entire time.
I've almost.
You poor person, and Roger just has this very em- empathetic look on his face, and that must be terrible.
He's beginning to make
Yeah.
my skin itch.
So,
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't figured out how to dampen that effect yet. I'm working on it.
well, oh dear. How does one normally react when one realizes that the supernatural is alive and well? If you'll if you'll pardon the expression.
It's understandable to be shocked, confused, a little bit scared, maybe a lot scared. It was conceivably that way for all of us when we came into found out firsthand hand when we became this part of the society.
That's not true.
I mean, well, I said some of us,
No,
Little
you
Miss,
said all of us. And
Most of
have
us.
always known.
most of us. Most of us. Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Most of us.
Trust me, there are worse ways to find out.
Yeah.
Like getting enslaved by a vampire for 20 years and then dying and going to hell and clawing your way back out.
Oh, yeah. That would do it.
Yeah.
I usually don't associate with vampires because of well, he's uh, he would be probably the oldest of them if he was one, pointing to the black hole at the end of the bar.
Yeah, I know that you guys and those guys don't mix. I don't know all the details, but I know that you guys don't mix.
Yeah, I literally don't mix well with them because he just turns Roger. You know those nifty werewolves that Mr. Adam told you about?
Mr. Copeland, yes.
Yes, I'm related to them.
Ah,
Oh ho.
I don't shift because, well, obviously, I became my true self came forward, so to speak.
oh.
You can't be more than one thing at a time, essentially.
Yeah.
I I wish to apologize for my earlier loss of composure.
It's all right. As we kind of expected, a mini freak out from what you pretty much got pushed on you.
And I feel like I've inadvertently left us all on the wrong foot. My name is Roger Crispin, and he'll offer a hand to each of you.
Nice to meet you. Name's Riker, but I go by Kael'thas in Changeling Society. I'm a squire of House Ilunit.
So there's a
There's different.
feudal system within your society.
Yes, basically.
I see. And I would anticipate that there's an Eastern and a Western culture, I guess.
Oh yeah, very. Like uh, Miss the lady over here gesturing to Azumi said, there's an Eastern culture and Western culture, very much so with all of us.
It's not just culture though. Uh, Izumi looks at Roger and says, "Well, my name's Izumi. It didn't used to be, but it is since I clawed my way out of the hell of having copper poured on your guts."
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that
can,
was a pretty nasty one.
I can somewhat sympathize.
I'm I'm perhaps empathy would be best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've dealt with enough of the Western vampires, kindred they call themselves, and to become one of them, they don't need to claw their way out of hell. They just get all their blood drank.
So
And something else happens, but I don't know much about it.
I don't know all the details, but I know that they have to feed their blood to someone else, and to make another vampire, you have to drink vampire blood and get drained entirely. I've seen it
Adam
happen.
looks
It
up
never
from his
happened to me.
drink. To become a kindred, they drain you completely of your blood. And in that last moment, just as you are about to die, they feed you some of theirs in return. And then the embrace takes over.
Yeah,
he
it's gross and disgusting, and no.
Yeah,
And then they go eating raw quail, which is wrong.
yeah.
and
Go ahead.
uh, I do beg your pardon. What is your name, miss? And he'll look at the 8-year-old.
I'm Baroness Pelagia Habili.
Oh. It's an honor to make your acquaintance, my lady. He has 2 points in etiquette, so I figure he can get away with that.
Comfortably.
The question is, what does he write down?
He's not writing anything down at the moment. All the legal stuff is.
No, I was just thinking with the whole making Adam legally adopt her, you'd probably need a name for her on there. But I doubt that Baroness Pelagia Habili is going to make it onto there.
Yeah, Riker goes, hold up, I need to clarify. I'm a changeling, but I would be, for the Werewolf Society, I'd be called a kinfolk.
We don't need to tell him everything, you know?
Yeah.
Whether they remember it or not, it's probably best that we only answer the questions, you know?
Adam's kind of just sitting there smiling as people are spilling their secrets more than necessary, and he's going, "Yep, I'm being a good little hermit. I'm letting people spill their own secrets for me."
Hey,
He is learning all kinds of stuff.
hey, but just think, Will, Christian's not talking about any of it.
Yep.
Well, I depending on how long I stay in Hong Kong, and as for I don't know how long this contract will last, and I don't know if the firm will eventually call me back to Canada. But I was thinking about eventually opening my own practice. Maybe.
Adam smiles at Roger. Our arrangement, Mr. Crispin, will last far past your natural born life.
far past. What do you mean? What do you intend?
That just seems creepy.
Take your soul?
Yeah.
Comment.
Um,
Creepy.
What I mean by that, Mr. Crispin, is I will live to be very, very old.
Well, that's fine. If I do decide to eventually open my own practice, I can make you an offer to take you with me, so to speak. I'm sorry?
I said I would enjoy that.
Izumi looks at him over a bit and is like, "How old will you live?"
Theoretically,
Yeah, I mean, I thought you guys were like big bright candles, and you lived a short period of time and did a lot in it.
we're not werewolves. No, we're not that way.
no.
No. Theoretically, given no one kills me, I will live as long as a vampire lives.
You're pretty
Or
aware
this
that
banality thing gets you. There's another option.
Oh yeah.
Adam looks at Michael. Yeah, there's a freehold to counteract that.
okay.
Quintessence is really good at countering paradox.
You're a baroness, so I can sort of understand. But why exactly are there children in this establishment? It is a bar, correct?
Well, she's a
I
baroness. She's also one of us.
Michael will hold up his hand where I assume he got every time he walks in the door X to
Be right
basically
back.
let the bartender know, yeah, you can't serve him alcohol.
yeah.
I am for all legal intents and purposes an adult. I just
He's
can't
also
drink.
a mage. Izumi says.
Um,
And you do not trifle with the affairs of wizards, for they are subtle and quick to anger. Isn't that right?
Very.
I'm not one who's quick to anger, but I am no pushover, I will tell you that.
Basically, all Riker says is very, and he shakes the hand that he held his teacup the first
The
time.
best lessons, and when he sees that, he'll smile and say, the best lessons are ones that are subtle and a person learns forever.
Oh yeah.
so
Oh yeah, that bartender actually got suspended for a week, for 2 weeks without pay for that.
so you for I'm sorry, sir, but how can you be a child and legally an adult? This doesn't.
It's called emancipation.
Emancipation.
Oh.
He has been considered of the bearing of an adult and be able to handle and take care of his things because his fucking intelligence 5. So
It usually means he also had abusive parents. So
And it
Yeah.
it was a much more viable option than staycare, obviously.
Riker goes. I'm more of his caffeine supply.
Oh. Well, all right then.
sometimes my nights are long. I don't get a lot of sleep on some occasions.
He drinks brown water, but it's not the same as the brown water that comes from the tap because it is hot and it does not contain the same things. Because it's not the brown that makes the head go strange.
That would constitute coffee or tea, dear.
Yeah.
It would be tea.
I see British influence is still going very strong.
Well, speaking as I
China had tea before that.
Upon the mention
This is true.
of the brown water, Adam's going to raise his bottle of Sapporo and kind of nod it towards everyone and kick back a drink on it.
Izumi will do the same with her beer and then pay for a third. And she doesn't look like at all phased by it. She's drank 2 beers in like 5 minutes.
Riker just passes her another one, and then it has the bartender put that in her register to ring her up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Riker goes, and if you're of the society, you actually will not actually card so much because you can't really tell how old a person is by their physical looks.
Yeah, Adam kind of chuckles. Yeah,
He just
think of the Emperor.
Oh yeah, the Emperor. The almighty 11-year-old.
He has youth beyond even myself.
Yeah, the 1,000-year-old, 11-year-old.
Yep.
Ari, we made a joke earlier in the last scene that we need to get all the child characters together and make a treehouse where adults aren't allowed.
Yeah. The thing is, this treehouse where adults aren't allowed is a freehold that is behind a flat in a bouncy castle.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
The Bodhisattva couldn't go there.
No.
He's banality 9.
Yeah, you could be on the bouncy castle though.
Yeah, but he's banality 9. The freehold will not let him in.
That is exactly why, Chris. I was like, Christian, you ain't coming with me. You're good shit, and I will vouch for you, but you ain't coming with me where I'm going.
Yeah, because you don't want me inside a freehold.
Yeah, no, your banality 10 ass can stay the fuck out of my freehold. My balefire says I hate you.
Yeah.
So the Jade Emperor mythos is correct as well?
Kinda.
What?
Izumi looks at him and she says, kinda. The eldest of my kind, she says, pointing to herself, died at 11 years old, 1,000 years ago. And then he took a position, an elected position, in our current society of emperor.
Oh.
And
so now he's a 1,000-year-old, 11-year-old emperor.
And needless to say, if he walked in here right now, everyone would freaking tense up because he is the 1,000-year-old, 11-year-old.
He's we're powerful, she says, gesturing around the room to the people who are supernatural.
Yeah.
He could wipe us all out with mostly a thought.
In the blue hell did this come about? This is extraordinary.
He's incredibly long-lived, so you learn tricks as you get older.
When you have 1,000 years to learn.
Well, certainly. My goodness. Do you imagine that there would be any market for a supernatural law firm?
Probably.
You'd have a lot of a market, actually.
You'd have to. You'd have to be one of us to run one.
Adam looks at Crispin. To be honest with you, Mr. Crispin, you have to understand, because of and he points thumb and forefinger between him and Roger, because of our awkward and unconventional relationship, the necessity to tell you certain things is a must. Now, that being stated, you will have to understand, you are a very small fish in a very big pond at this point.
Oh, believe me, sir. I'm very well aware of this.
And I do not want you to take any of this, one, lightly, or two, as a threat. Because that is not what this was intended to be.
I didn't I didn't mean to
He-
offend.
he-
I just
He is quite
I
right
was-
because we may be friendly, but there are those that wish us harm and may see you as an extension of a way to harm us.
Yep.
It has
I-
happened.
I don't see what they would hope to gain. I'm just an attorney.
You're an attorney now,
Well, they
but
simply could, and Michael will go over the difference. Like they could simply hold you hostage and think that they could get to us somehow, or they could
Yeah.
do harm to you with the intent of procuring what they want from us.
There's
Well,
a lot
that-
of scary. There's a lot of scary things that go bump in the night. Just because we're one of them doesn't mean we're the biggest. We're the biggest out there.
yeah.
I'm aware, but I know, contrary to this afternoon, I don't actually scare that easy. And as I said, I'm just a simple attorney. It would be almost comical if someone were to go after me because I don't hold anything. I'm just a Canadian in Hong Kong. That's all I am, really.
Information
Julie
and
laughs
knowledge,
a bit and
information and
looks
knowledge
as
is often of value.
he orders green tea.
Fortunately, I am an attorney, and we are not a stranger to keeping things private. And it's also handy that I will forget the majority of everything in 24 hours. So,
I have a question.
yes.
If you have to be older to get pictures, but you need pictures to get food, where do I get the pictures from?
This would be handled by your guardian.
In other words,
Riker will just point at Adam.
yeah, Izumi's gonna point it at him and say, he'll get you your food and your pictures and stuff.
And I presume you mean money.
Money.
Yes.
She's
new.
She's very new.
She's not a dirt walker. She doesn't understand currency as it is.
No, I understand.
I'm not that new. I just have not been up here.
Well,
You don't
yeah, no.
frequent very often.
You lot
Yeah.
apparently didn't used to be like us.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I've always been at least close to what I am. There's never been a time I haven't known what I would become.
You're new here, mostly, and I say that because I haven't met you yet.
Yes, I'm new here. That does not mean I am new.
Adam looks at Izumi. Okay, Michael Bublé.
Oh, Lord.
So the bodyguard provides the pictures for the food and the drink.
Yes. Yes, fair enough. It is my job to provide you with the pictures to get the food and the drink. It is called money. I personally prefer to use the denomination of American dollar. However, there is the yen, there is the ruble, there is the euro.
Hong Kong knowledge.
There's a lot.
Hong
There's
Kong
a
has their own currency.
Exactly. And he gestures around at all of these suggestions, and he looks at it. There are a lot of different variations of it, but it all spins the same.
So can I have some fried fish?
Nation.
Wait, what?
She wants fried fish.
You want fried fish. Okay. Are you sure you want fried fish and
very
not raw?
I'm told it tastes very different.
Okay. And he
You want
looks at the...
You want salmon? You want halibut,
Give her
tilapia?
haddock. Give her haddock. Haddock's the
Okay.
easiest to fry. So Adam reaches into because he's wearing a business suit actually today. Reaches into his left breast pocket of his suit coat and pulls out a wallet and unfolds it and takes out a 20 and sets it onto the bar and looks at the bartender, orders the meal. And the bartender counts him out change. He takes the change, puts it back into his wallet. He probably has like a couple bucks left over. And puts the wallet back into his suit coat. And smiles and looks at Azumi, or not Azumi, but Pelagia, and goes, and that, my dear, is how it's done.
Regarding your name, I will need a name to place on the document.
He looks at Roger, looks at her, looks back at Roger. Joan.
Beg pardon?
Joan.
Joan.
Actually, no. And Adam actually says a
That
name
sounds
that...
like a name for a snail.
Adam actually retracts the name Joan and says, by the way, Deb, by all means, this is all you. What was your mother's name?
I went with Marissa.
Yeah, that is the name he suggests.
That was my mother's name.
He looks at her and raises an eyebrow and goes, huh. Interesting.
Do you
I like it.
still want me to use that name?
She reminds me of someone I used to know named that. It's not
Is it okay if we use this name?
He shrugs.
Do you not like it?
Sorry, what did you say?
Do not get it. If you nuke it.
There's a lot of wind and stuff right now.
Give me a moment.
Well, Izumi looks at Roger and says, okay,
Does this look like this?
anything else we can help you with, or will you be heading home?
I don't even know. I have to get this. I have to get this paperwork into the office. I need to get it finalized. Then I can think about home.
Well, until morning, I'm going to be your escort.
Fair enough.
Adam looks at Pelagia. If you'd prefer, I can name you Farfignugan.
Oh my god!
Why?
Oh
He
lord!
looks at he looks at Michael and smiles mischievously and kind of pats her head and goes, because she's my little Farfignugan.
Oh god!
She actually looks interested by that name. I have no idea about the reference.
Wait, what?
She looks interested and like she's considering the name because she has no idea about the reference.
Oh dear.
Oh god!
No.
Oh lord!
That is not a name worthy of a baroness.
Fine. Strawberry shortcake. Girls love strawberry shortcake. Fine.
Michael will just shake his head.
It's not
Fine.
cake.
Pinkie pie?
What?
And pie. Pie is also a type of food.
Yes, but you like food, do you not?
Yes, but why would you name someone a food? Do you want them to be
Uh,
eaten?
No, I don't intend to eat you. Oh God, that comes out so horribly wrong. What
Especially
would you
since
like
you've
me to
got
name?
two people who eat people in this room.
Michael will blink a bit and just be like,
Adam kind of shakes his head and face palms. In my
It's
line of
an
work,
adult
that came
joke.
out so wrong.
It's an adult joke. He explains to Michael.
friends.
Miss, if you, how would you feel about the name, Roseanne?
Oh God, no! Don't do that to that poor child. No, no. Hold on.
That was
I
like
got
the
it.
most banal suggestion ever.
Adam snaps his fingers and raises a finger, as in Eureka. Annie.
Annie?
Annie. Because
Are
God knows I'm Papa fucking Warbucks now.
you?
Izumi blinks a couple of times and says, "Well, I suppose she'd look good with red hair."
Yeah. Or hell, the film just got re-released with fucking. Okay, hold on. I need a total of. Can somebody look up what chicanery uses as its base attribute?
Probably manipulation, but I can check.
I'm checking. 1 moment. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Manipulation.
Yeah.
Manipulation.
See?
Okay, can I
I'm
get
brilliant.
3 dice at difficulty 3, please?
4
Can
dice.
do. 3 dice at difficulty 3.
3.
3 successes.
Awesome. Cool. Adam kind of smiles and waves his hand in front of his face, and as he does so, his face changes to look like Jamie Foxx from Annie.
Oh dear God, no.
And
No.
Izumi just goes, "You just waved your hand in front of your face. What?"
Wait, does glamour not work on Izumi?
No, it's just you didn't say you were spending a glamour to make it physically change, so you're doing chimerical shift. Subtle.
Shit.
And so I'm like, you just waved your hand in front of your face. What?
He would have. I'm sorry. He would have spent the glamour to make it happen.
There you go. It's just.
Sorry, I totally forgot that not all of us are seeing chimerical reality right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The 2 Kuei-jin aren't enchanted, remember?
Because we're smart like that. SMRT.
You know,
No,
I would
really.
be smart like that, but I can't help apparently getting enchanted. It just happens every time.
Yeah, and Roger has the excuse of trying to stop somebody from drinking rum.
All right, so
Yeah.
I hate to take your lawyer away from you, Adam, but I think Mr. Crispin here, in other words, I kind of do want to run that follow-up scene so he can handle his awakening.
Oh yeah.
Has some paperwork to file.
He'll finish and
Out of character, it's pretty obvious, but someone might want to suggest Ariel.
Ariel?
Adam kind of smiles at this and goes, "I approve, although I'm not renaming myself fucking Eric."
Please don't.
I think. Can you guys make crabs have Jamaican accents?
Yeah, man.
Under the sea.
Look at
Downwards, what I think
just
about
looks
me.
at Michael. Well.
Well, I mean, I could always
I could theoretically, he'll say with a pained look on his face.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pelagia is just looking completely confused.
Adam looks at Michael. You could what?
I'm sticking with Ariel, okay? Ariel it is.
That's fine.
Sure.
Now, I'm gonna get into the office, and it's been a pleasure meeting with all of you.
Sure.
And
I-
Izumi will slam back her third beer.
Adam looks at Crispin. I almost feel like Darth Vader in this whole conversation. Now you get to
Why?
look at me through my own eyes.
One thing, Adam. Everyone of House Island has had a meeting. You're not allowed to change your name ever again.
What do you mean, change my name? I've never changed my name.
He's meaning it as a joke. You're not basically say you're House Island has had. We all had a meeting around the world, and you're not allowed to change your name.
Adam kind of shakes his head. I, sir, do not conform to your wizard sorcery.
If you'll excuse me, please, Miss Izumi, given the circumstances, I would be quite happy to take the couch if you'd like to stay with me until this whole
Sunlight is kind of particularly bad for us, so I'm gonna have to be very bundled up if that's all right.
That's fine. I have some extra things in the closet we can get you.
She nods, and she slams back the third beer in about 20 minutes, and she still looks absolutely fine, like it didn't affect her at all.
I would just hate to be inhospitable, given the circumstances.
That's fine. I need to keep an eye on you until this stuff wears off.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please excuse me.
No problem.
Have a good evening, Mr. Crispin. I'm glad we were able to talk so candidly.
Izumi leaves the last of the cash she has on hand because she doesn't have any resources as a tip, and heads off with Crispin.
Adam kind of walks up to Izumi real quick before she heads out and reaches for her arm.
Yes.
Hey, just keep an eye on him. Keep him safe. It'll last about 24 hours.
I'll do my best.
I have. I am also declaring that I have my notebook in my briefcase and whatnot.
Okay. So Adam goes back and nurses his beer.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to do in this scene? Christian's being quiet because he's a black hole.
Well, also, because all the jokes and puns and jokes and jokes and jokes, he's basically sitting there going, and trying not to smile or laugh at any of it.
Oh, come on. It can be.
He just looks over. You can do it. I almost saw you crack a smile. Do it. Come on, laugh.
Adam looks over at
Christian.
Christian.
You want to.
So, Adam looks at Christian and kind of smiles when he says this. So, 5 Guru walk out and demand an abnormality back.
I'm still. What's the fuck?
Before we close up the scene, I'd like to handle a role that I'd rather do before I forget it, but
Okay.
it's for something not related to the scene.
Okay. What are we doing?
It is a role for the research of the rope he's been working on this week.
Roll it. We talked about that. That way we have it on camera.
He'll spend a well, no, he probably doesn't need to. So I'll say that, and then something bad will happen. But we'll roll this. It's a level 1 rote, so standard diff, isn't it, or something like that?
Should be, yeah.
Okay. Ha! Ha ha! And I only need 1 success.
Nice.
There you go.
Alright.
So what rope did you just write up?
It is a spell of prime sight, so it's an actual road, so I don't have to stare at people for 2 fucking minutes before I can actually fast cast it.
Fair enough.
And he will have that on the 30th.
So what is a mage?
What's a what?
I'm going to ask Michael. So what is a mage?
What was that again?
Adam looks at the both of them and kind of goes to open his mouth, and it gets real wide like he's going to say something, and he shuts it very quickly, downing 3 shots immediately.
A mage. He asked, "What's a mage?"
It's what I
Everyone
am.
nods as he swallows.
He kind of leaves it at that for now.
Because they said, we are changelings, and nobody knows what he is. And
Adam points a finger at Pelagia.
And that one and the one that left are both land mariners. So, what is a mage?
Carefully how to say it. Someone who has the force of will to alter reality as people perceive it.
But we have that.
Yeah. Not chimerical reality. Not.
They manipulate mundane reality.
All reality, actually, but
Yes.
Okay. It's like this. And Adam reaches out and grabs the Sapporo that he's been sipping on. This, if he so wanted, he could change it to water. Or
I'm not quite that
soda.
powerful yet.
Shh, shh. And he kind of takes a finger and covers his mouth. Shh. He could change it to water. Or soda. Or the sweet brown water. Or if he felt so inclined, he could change it to rock oil blood.
Why then don't they get rid of all the oil?
Michael, that is a very good question. Why don't you guys get rid of all the oil and give us, like, fusion batteries and things to not,
is
destroy
a very
the earth?
limiting factor, and that kind of sort of thing is very vulgar and require a lot of power.
Well, fusion batteries also have a very bad tendency to explode and overheat. And catastrophic failure with fusion batteries is not exactly very pleasant.
Adam looks at as Michael. You want to see vulgar? I've got a collection of films at home I'll show you. They're vulgar.
I don't know what many of the things you are discussing actually mean, but the oil...
Vulgar as in it's blatantly against what people perceive reality.
But the oil gets on the feathers of the birds and then they drown. So, and the fish suffocate, and it's generally very bad. So, why don't you make it not exist? Or turn it into water?
you do realize that we all have enemies, right?
Enemies
As
make
I
oil?
stated before. As I stated before, it'd be very vulgar, and reality would try and correct for the imbalance in some way.
Oh.
And that's why it is not done.
Adam shrugs. Again, I'm going to say, man, I've got a collection of movies at home that are vulgar. This is not vulgar. This is right.
I'm thinking the
Unfortunately,
term.
the majority of the populace don't believe it is right anymore, and therefore it is much harder to do.
Yeah,
Well,
that, and I think the term, the meaning of the term vulgar is kind of missing in translation here.
Adam kind of shrugs. Well, I can't help that the majority of the populace are retarded.
Yeah, yeah.
Why would they? Why would they be held back?
Why would one be held back?
The majority of the populace.
I told you, everyone has enemies, including us.
No, he said that he can't help it if the majority of the population is retarded. So who would be holding them back?
It is meaning in the literal sense of the word retarded. It's not in the literal sense of the term retarded. It's more along the esoteric one. They're not in the know. They're ignorant of what's going on.
No, you can fix ignorance. You can't fix stupid. Okay? Let's make a very good point here. You can fix ignorant. You can't fix stupid.
Stupid is forever.
True.
Stupid is
It's
like
very hard
that.
to fix people who are ignorant because they've been told for so long that this is what they are to believe.
But you can fix ignorant. Stupid is kind of like that turd in the punch bowl that just won't flush.
Ew. That's a very good example.
It just keeps coming back for more.
She's just looking completely confused.
Riker will turn to Michael, see what I mean about if she's not up to date on some stuff.
Basically, she doesn't get modern day colloquialisms. I'll teach her. No worries, it's cool.
If you can't get rid of the oil, and the humans keep making this plastic stuff that is the bags that go everywhere, why do they keep making them only to put them in the sea?
I don't think that's intentional.
Because humans are wasteful. Adam looks at Michael and the others for support on this statement.
Riker will be just nodding his head in agreement.
Humans are unnecessarily wasteful.
They've messed up the dirt for so long that they think that it is perfectly acceptable to mess up the world as well.
Adam nods. You're not going to find an argument against that from me.
Nope.
Although I'll admit I throw the occasional cigarette wrapper out the window.
Not helping.
So what you're saying. Michael will, with a little bit of a grin, seeing what he does with the response, is like, so you're a hypocrite then?
Oh yes, I am a hypocrite, but without hypocrisy, we wouldn't have laws. Because someone somewhere did something and went, you know what, that's a really bad idea. No one needs to do this. And it got turned into a law.
Yeah, true.
The world is full of hypocrisy. At least I admit that I am one. For example,
you admit it, but you
Michael.
don't choose to correct it.
I didn't say I didn't choose to correct
He's
it.
just
I have not had time to correct my issue.
spitballing at you.
Yeah, no, and Adam will calmly look at him and go, I did not say I'd choose not to correct it. What I am saying is that this is me being a hypocrite and choosing not to correct it. Michael, Pelagia, do not have sex. You are children.
But why did you think I would ever have that on?
What the
fuck?
That was random as hell.
he'll just like.
Fuck, bro.
Albeit he probably knows the mechanics of that, but that's not really his main focus, I don't think.
I'm just saying.
I'm old to make my own
wait.
decisions on matters.
It's quite clear as this discussion trails on that Michael is getting more and more flustered.
Yeah, hold on. Perception empty on Adam to see what the hell was that about.
Yeah. But Palladia's response is, I am old enough to make my own decision on matters.
Adam looks at her, kind of smiles, nods, and he kind of chuckles. Sure you are.
2 successes on a perception empathy on Adam. Is he
How
getting
many?
that 2? Is he getting that protective dad vibe going?
Oh buddy. Oh buddy. He is definitely getting some sort of protective feelings. All the protectives, Corvo.
Right, Riker just face palms, looks at Michael, looks at Palacia. I understand why she just did that. I'll explain later.
Why, he thought that he could tell me what I could or could not do.
Adam clasped his hands in front of him and kind of.
No. Just
Awesome. She's already acting like, hey, are we sure she's a mermaid, not a she?
Hey, she is a mermaid, and she's a baroness, and she is 14, thank you very much, despite the fact that she looks younger.
Which makes her older than Michael.
Yeah. But she's a baroness, and a knight is telling her what to do, and she doesn't exactly know why the child thing comes into this, because mermaid society is somewhat different.
okay, whatever. More green tea, please.
Yeah.
He's passing Jolie his drink order as he's saying this.
Michael just go, anyway, we were discussing something else, weren't we?
Yes! Oh, the protective house Fiona just kicked in so bad.
Yeah. But the problem is, seeing as we're waiting for William to get back, the problem is, her unseelie thing is Pandora.
Oh no!
Oh god, she's the cause of chaos!
Yeah, no! She had no intentions to, but he's like, don't do it! And she's like, what the hell?
I will do it because it seems there. Of course I'm going to do it.
This got so bad and so odd at the same time.
I told you people, we're not doing this.
No. Out of character, I'm just going to say this is definitely not going to happen. But
no shipping, no shipping, Felicia and Michael, no.
No, it's definitely not going to happen. But
don't but it.
But she's damned if she's going to let him decide that.
My decision is to still no, but you're not going to tell me that it will no unless I say it's no.
Riker knows he just went protective dad mode on the two of you.
Yeah.
Michael has no interest, that's not his thing, so he has like 0 things to worry about.
Yeah, bending reality to his will is kind of a thing for him.
No, his thing is just learning.
Yeah.
Mostly. Pedagogue and all. Learning and teaching.
Yeah. So basically, Riker just gave you an option to regain willpower.
If I didn't have full willpower, yeah. Every single part of the scene where he's been talking with the Baroness, yeah, bam, bam, bam.
Willpower.
All of the willpower regain.
What has Will got to?
I don't know, but right now I don't care. So.
This has gotten so weird, and we can just say he just stepped away from the bar and started talking on his cell phone. Yeah, just FYI, Riker is making a note to the bartenders and the bouncer to if Felicia comes into the bar, she's automatically getting marked as an underage patron.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do realise she's going to get peeved with them for trying to write on her.
Yeah, whatever.
She's perfectly drinking salt water. She'd much rather have salt water. That doesn't mean she wants them scribbling all over her.
Yeah, well, okay, so, Mike, did you hear anything else from your side about the whole thing?
Yeah, we investigated a couple days ago. We found that how they're supporting it and keeping it active.
Because you were the one who was working.
Okay.
I found out a little bit now. I've talked to my house,
Okay.
and
That was Rin.
They took our taxes.
Okay. So yeah, Adam was all like, I would not be so presumptuous as to tell you what you can and can't do. However,
Riker just leaned into to Michael and whispered to him.
And he'll start just being in a pause, waiting for him to whisper.
Yeah, protective dad mode for the win.
Well, you don't have really anything to worry about there, Michael said. It's like, it's not. He pauses like it's just not something of interest right now.
I think Will's dropped again.
I don't know. Yep. I got him long enough to get out. He said, hey, was it, I forgot. But yeah, he basically, but that's, you don't need to worry about it. It's not anything that, of interest or, so, like, you wasted the speech on nothing. I'm going to probably have to be departing soon because work on Sunday sucks.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's only a 6-hour shift. But oh my god, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I hope nothing is going on those days. 10 to 10.
Lovely.
10 hours of pure banality in a slicer.
Yeah.
Cutting meats, cutting cheeses, and just and that repetitive motion sores all up and down your arms from just sitting here like looking at watch as you're just going, I could do this all day. I'm getting paid $8.50 or $8.75 to just do this all day at a Quiznos. This is the easiest job ever.
Yeah, and at that point we think.
When she said, Kathy said that at her birthday, I thought.
At that point you think, couldn't we get adapt one of those bobbing head doll things to do this for you?
Pretty much. I mean, I can even set if the settings are right. I have to just keep track of the meat because I could set it to auto, put headphones in, and just be like, The slicer's going. I'm going to go, I guess, deposit what's left of my soul somewhere else in this building. The slicer will be done slicing that meat here shortly. Anything else I can do
Hey,
for
Sean,
you?
wake up. Wake up,
Yeah, I
Sean.
know. I know.
Yeah, just don't fall asleep in the
Already.
sleeper.
Yeah, that thing is super sharp. I worked at a retirement home. It didn't have an automatic thing, so you had to like slice it. But cleaning that thing was a pain in the butt because that slicer is super sharp. It is bad news bears if you get caught by that.
Since we're probably going off topic, it'd probably be a good idea to exit the scene
Yeah,
because we're
because
still
it doesn't seem like
recording.
Will's gonna come back really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, you guys can set
Okay.
up a new scene.
Yeah. Okay. We can probably just leave it and say Adam went a few steps away to talk on his cell phone to talk business, and we're
Yeah, and
just sitting there talking.
Michael. Yeah, and Michael's telling Jolie about the whole wall thing. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
And the
Riker.
Baroness is busy putting pepper into all of Adam's drinks.
Oh God. Oh Lord. This is gonna be
She's not going to
fun.
put salt in. She likes salt in the water, so she's putting pepper.
Riker will say I'm talking with House Adlin and see if they can get start investigating as well. That I got near it the other day about 10 feet, and I was it was making my skin crawl. And we'll end the scene, I guess,
Yeah, sounds good.
with them
I
talking.
think she thought you were.
All right. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watcher, for coming in and sometimes watching this weird conversation. And
I know you.
sometimes um and later.
Mhm.